It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show with Billy the Kid and Scott Pang.
Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show!
It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Oh, we're filming in front of a live cubicle audience. There they are. What's going on? I'm Scott.
And I'm Bill.
And this is
the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show.
Epi number 116. It's a snowy day in the capital region of New York. So here's some amazing
117.
content. 117. It's a snowy day in the capital region of New York. So here's some amazing content for you to enjoy while you're snowed in.
This is the last day before the reign of terror returns. The Riley rule over radio.
What does he call it? He calls it the Riley Revolution
The
or
Riley,
something.
oh,
Yeah, the
Riley Radio Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tomorrow he's going to come back and he's going to yell at us to be quiet. But for now, put those slide whistles in the air, my friends.
So we're going to get into some Spice Girl talk, what Kylie named her baby, why you need to stay woke with that baby name, fast food talk. We got some Bruno Mars and Super Bowl stuff to get to, so we're going to get to getting and gotten. So let's get it rolling right now with Bruno Mars.
This guy put together what is widely considered one of the best halftime shows for the Super Bowl in recent memory. What was it? It was 2014.
Yes.
Right, yeah, because then he came to the Times Union Center in 2014 in September, and it was his halftime show that made me want to go see him live. I was like, that fellow is talented. He knows how to entertain and how to perform in front of an audience. So, you mind if I take point on this
Go
one?
ahead, go for it.
He was tweeting the other day about how since next year's Super Bowl is going to be in Atlanta, they should celebrate the history and culture of Atlanta by getting hip-hop superstars from the area to perform at the halftime show. And as I said, Bruno Mars put on a really good show, so I feel like the NFL should listen to what he has to say. He named some artists specifically: Outkast, T.I., Gucci Mane, Lil Jon, Jeezy, and Jermaine Dupri. But he did leave out one group that I think was a bit of an oversight on his part.
Who's that?
Kind of a household name at this point. I would refer to them as the seminal Atlanta rap group, Migos.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you recall, last year, they were kind of trying to horn their way in on the halftime show, like at the last minute. They were like, hey, you know what, we'll do it. Make a petition online, and we'll do it. And I was like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But, A for effort. I think, didn't they want to be the hyenas in The Lion King?
Yeah, one of them,
too?
young Quavius, was saying that he would make a great thing of it. Oh, man, I wish I had that clip that I could play that I put together that I did on the air. I was like, instead of the hyena sounding like, they would be like, bow, bow, bow.
Segway. But, I mean, they're going to be performing on Saturday Night Live on March 3rd. And like I said, they've already tried to get in on it. So they'd be down to do it. It just comes down to a question of whether or not the NFL would do something like that.
More specifically, Pepsi.
Oh, that's true, Pepsi. Or whether they pull all the strings. Or whether they're going to go for somebody ultimately safe and boring like Justin Timberlake.
Can I hop in here real quick? And
yeah.
So let's just be honest about this, right? The Super Bowl is going to go for the more household name. They're going to put an artist on stage that even if you don't like their music, you still know who they are. That's what they've done forever, right? And they've proven in the past and like currently, because Justin really hasn't had a hit in a few years. Like he's got some hits starting currently right now, with Supplies and all those songs. But up until that announcement, Justin really hasn't done anything since Suit and Tie and all that, right? So I don't think that they care that you don't need to have a current hit. You don't have to have a current number one to be performed at the Super Bowl. That's all I'm getting at with that, right? So you need it, but you do need to be a household name. So if they want to introduce some Atlanta artists and you want to get to Atlanta hip-hop, I think that you have to have somebody like an Usher on stage. And then you could have Usher on stage, who's like, widely known on The Voice, all that stuff. Then with Usher, who worked with Jermaine Dupri, you could get Jermaine Dupri and maybe bring out Missy Elliott, and you can mix in your Outkast and all that, and eventually get to the Migos. But I do think that you would have to work it around like an Usher, or maybe even Childish Gambino, who is from Stone Mountain, Georgia.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, Migos is the biggest name on that list. Like when you mentioned Jermaine Dupri, I'm like, I don't think we're gonna get somebody like Jermaine Dupri because I don't know who Jermaine Dupri is.
But then we could get like Chris Cross.
Who's Jermaine Dupri?
He's a big producer.
Oh, like Quincy Jones?
Yeah, but
All
no, not like Quincy. Not,
not
like
on the
Quincy.
same level
Not on
as
the same
Quincy
level.
Jones.
But a producer, yes. Jermaine Dupri behind, like, oh man, like Missy and Chris Cross and.
So why would he be performing?
He was dating or married Janet Jackson.
He's
like a Diddy, Puff Daddy.
Okay, all right, I
in a
can see
sense.
that.
I mean, I like the idea. I like Bruno Mars curating in it. That would be cool. But I do think you'd have to play it around Usher, to be honest with you. He's the biggest safe name from
That's fair.
Atlanta.
Yeah, safe name. Well, apparently there's not much safe about being involved with Usher these days, if you know what I mean, herpes.
Okay. So speaking of spicy things.
Yeah. Go ahead. You run with this one.
So Mel B is talking about a Spice Girl reunion.
Mel B is Scary Spice.
Oh, that's who she is?
Right? She was Mel B, not Mel C, right?
I don't know.
Mel B and Mel C. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Let's verify.
Yeah,
Jam's Fact Finder team is on the
Jam's
case.
fact finding here. Well, anyways, Mel B is saying that there could be
Pretty
a
sure
Spice Girl reunion. It's something that you want.
Scary Spice.
That you really, really, really want.
What you want, what you really, really want. So in other words, it's a zig ah. Okay.
A zig ha. Well, anyways, we got a poll going on right now on our Twitter.
Segue.
At Jams963. Do you care about a Spice Girl reunion? I love them or not at all.
You don't get a third option on this one,
there's no
Daryl.
third option, but it's not a simple yes or no. It's a I love them, which would mean yes. And then not at all, which would mean no.
But it's definitely not a simple yes or no. This is a more woke version of yes or no.
Me,
for Stay Woke Wednesday.
I honestly want to see the Spice Girls on stage again.
Sure.
I want to see this moment on America's Got Talent.
I want to see not just the Spice Girls on stage again, because they did that reunion for the Olympics a few years ago. I want to see a Spice Girls World Tour. I want to see a new album. I want to see Spice World 2. Okay?
That movie,
give me it all.
Greatest movie of all time. When they had that little part and it was the bus and it went flying over the bridge and they cut to like a little car figure of the bus on like the strings and they showed that going over, part in the movie.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen Spice World.
See, I've seen it like 40 times.
But I would watch it in preparation for Spice World 2 if that was gonna come out.
Damn. Wow.
So if you want me to watch Spice World, you gotta make Spice World 2 first. So get the gang back together. That's what we're trying. That's we bring it all back.
And it wasn't the greatest movie of all time because that goes to
Crossroads with Britney Spears. Oh. The Room, Tommy Wiseau. Did you see The Disaster Artist?
Yeah, Disaster Artist was great.
Okay.
Did you like it?
Yeah, oh yeah. I thought the performance from James Franco.
Frank,
my pong. Okay, let me just explain here real quick. I'm tired. But yeah, I thought James Franco's performance was...
That's what they all say.
C'est magnifique. Listen, guy. All right, I didn't get a chance to take a nap yesterday because I was at Metro PCS for remote, and then I went to the gym.
Damn.
And now it's snowing, so I hope that I make it home. But if I don't, this was a good last Cubicle Show. Thank you for watching.
Frankly, if I don't make it home...
Because if I don't make it home, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Thank you. I even said that earlier during the Daily Dish. I was like, I got to remember to work that in sometime other than at the very end.
Whenever I nudge you, that's the yo, here's a good frankly
Thank
moment.
you for prompting me with that, because you were right.
All right.
That was a good one.
So get on to @Jams963 and let us know if you care about a Spice Girl reunion. And as of right now, 67% of people say not at all.
Wow.
But if you do care about it, you could change that percentage by voting at @Jams963. Now let's get into why...
Spicy girls.
Here's a new segment we're going to introduce to you.
Oh, no, wait, we're doing something different. Okay.
Spicy,
sorry.
right?
Sorry, my segue.
Is why Bill loves fast food. So tell me, Bill, why do you like fast food?
Let me just try it. This is the remainder of a McDonald's crispy chicken tender.
It came from the
buttermilk crispy tender. I got yesterday. I got a 10-piece, right? And they're not paying us for this. There's no payola nonsense.
He just loves
love fast
the
food,
Mickey.
right? Because this is from last night. I didn't reheat it. I didn't put it in the fridge. I'm just eating it now, and it's still good. But the main thing here is that we just learned today that fast food restaurants have far less bacteria than fancy restaurants. And here is all the data. Did you see that?
Look at that.
It's all right here.
This whole spreadsheet of data.
Basically, there were only 60,000 traces of bacteria found at fast food restaurants in a recent scientific endeavor. When they went to 5-star restaurants, they found over 8 million traces.
Wow.
And you know what? That's because you hear these places be like, oh, well, we don't put any antibiotics in our meat. You think I want to eat bacteria? Plug that antibiotics right in. Oh, sorry, I gotta dial it down because I gotta get used to the Riley Revolution coming back tomorrow. It's loaded with preservatives. It's loaded with chemicals to make it stay fresh and taste good. And that kills all the bacteria. All right? It doesn't matter what you're putting into your body as long as it tastes good. Because when it comes to the specific quality and the preservatives and the ingredients, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Oh, that's a twofer today.
Thanks for the nudge.
No doubt.
Again.
Nudge anytime there, buddy.
Yeah.
So that's why Bill loves fast food and why maybe you should love
Just
fast
one
food.
of the many reasons.
He's the fast food monster.
I love fast food.
All right, so yesterday, Kylie posted a picture of her baby and also announced the child's name. Here's the picture that she posted.
Look at that.
Child. Aww.
Look at that gigantic thumb.
I know.
I would never want to hold a thumb that huge.
That's so crazy. Well, anyway, she said, and she announced that the baby's name is Stormy.
Stormi.
Interesting name. I don't know why. Hi, what's up, Allie?
I don't mean to crash.
No, that's fine. Come in, come join, please.
Talk about all the theories that people had going in.
We discussed those yesterday.
Whoa.
We're going to bring them back up.
Yeah.
How hilarious is it? Like, people are like, C name, because Chloe sent floral arrangements at C, and then there was research on the butterfly and Mariposa, and this. Stormy!
Well, I think you can actually tie that in to the butterfly theory, because the butterfly effect is the notion that a butterfly can flap its wings over here and create a storm across the globe.
They will.
So, you're not buying that one?
No, I think they just picked a name they liked.
So here's
There's no clues.
Oh, here's the big breakdown. So there was this thing about her name being, what was it, like?
Posey,
Posey, right?
Mariposa,
So
butterflies, etc.
So Posey is like Post Malone. So I really think the child is Post Malone here, okay? Now listen, hold on, give me a second, let me break this down. All right.
Oh, you're good.
So they went and they named their child Stormy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In Post Malone's new song, I Fall Apart, when he says, oh, sounds like he's shivering, like, oh, I fall apart, right? So when you're shivering, sometimes you shiver because it's cold, which could be caused by a storm.
Just like the one that's raging outside right now.
So if you get cold from a storm, her name is Stormy, so Stormy to Storm to Post. Oh my God, the child is Post Malone's.
Plus, think about this. What album is that song from? Stony.
Which
sounds a lot like Stormy.
This is the stupidest thing.
Oh my God.
Plus, pull up that
Stay woke. Oh my
pull
God.
up that picture again.
Oh
Let's
God,
take a
where's
look
that?
at that. Does that look like Travis Scott's baby to you?
No.
Look at that. That is not a Travis
where's the
Scott.
grills?
That is Post Malone's baby. You can clearly see, like, if you look in the hang on.
It down.
If you look behind the frame, you can see the dreads coming down off of Stormy's head. That's definitely Post Malone's baby.
It totally is Post Malone. Plus, that's exactly how Post Malone's pinky is.
And look at that mouth. That's not a Travis Scott mouth.
No, that's a Post Malone mouth. Stay woke, people. Keep it woke. So, there that is. There went Allie. Which is
she just evaporated.
She's
she
like,
was swept away by the storm.
She's like, oh my God, it's so woke over here.
This is the woke zone for the wokest of the woke.
Just keep yourself woke 24/7.
You can't avoid it.
Oh, man. So that's the big woke moment of the day. Is there any other wokeness you want to throw out there?
Well, actually, part of the wokeness was the idea that that Stormy ties into the butterfly effect. So I think that's all for staying woke.
Wow. So one more time, keep it woke, people.
And don't forget when you do to throw up your W's.
Yes.
Because
That's how
you're
it
not
goes.
you're not truly woke unless you're reminding people symbolically that you're woke. Look at this. Okay, look at those 3 fingers. Even Stormy's saying it. Look how far down the pinky is. She's not quite fully formed enough yet to do.
She don't have enough finger control
she's
yet
on her way
to being
to being a little woke Malone Jr.
Well, hello, Junior. Okay, so that's it for today's show. You can catch the Cubicle Show Monday through Thursday on the Jams Facebook page at 10:30 Eastern Time.
Because that's the only time zone that matters.
1. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Cubicle Show. We just got 1. Boy!